to record now. Yeah, okay, we're live. So yeah, I wanted to introduce these two amazing individuals over here, Jonny and Mia, who I had the pleasure of meeting for the first time in Portugal, Porto, last year, October time. And back then, from what I recall, you'd only been in the business for a few months. So now they're doing absolutely amazing things, coming off the back of like a 9K a month or something ridiculous like that. And yeah, they're living the dream out in Bali. So I always knew when I met them for the first time that they were going to do great things in this business. And yeah, we've become good friends since then as well. So it would be good to hear a little bit about your story to start off with, and introducing people to why you started out in this business. So yeah, if you can share from there, that'd be a good little start for us.
Yeah.
Hello?
Did we cut out?
We cut out.
We did.
That's...
Damn. I was just basically saying, if you can share your story, that'd be great. I think it would have recorded what I said.
Okay,
amazing.
Do you want to go?
Yeah, I'll start. So basically, the reason that we got into Enagic is, ever since we first met, we were always very, very keen to travel. And we actually always wanted a business. We never knew what in, but we always had the idea that one day we'll have our own business and we'll be traveling the world. But we went about life and we went and got normal jobs, and we realized this is not for us. So we're both in the office lifestyle, 9 to 5, and we just hated it so much. Mm-hmm. And we knew there was more out there. We knew there was opportunities. We looked into different things. And that's when we actually came across this business model. And we actually already knew about the product. So it didn't take us very long to get started, did it?
No.
But ever since joining, like, it's just completely changed us as people, our mindsets, how we think about life, our perspective on life, and how we go about it. And yeah, 1 year later, everything's just completely changed.
Yeah, insane. Pretty much just to add on to what Jonny said, like, I felt very, very similar all throughout my life. I just never really had a specific career. I never had like a passion for anything that like when we just wanted to start a business, this came into our lives, and I really do believe that it was meant to be. So yeah, we started the business and we've just been grafting away. And yeah, it's been absolutely incredible. Like, I'm so happy with how life has been going lately, and all the things that we've been able to achieve in such a short space of time. And in reality, you know, it wasn't that it was easy, but it wasn't super, super difficult either. Like, anybody could do this. Anybody could achieve extraordinary skills or anything like that. It's literally just consistency, passion, and really just making sure that we are always trying to be our best.
Yeah, I think when we were both kind of born with something that like just refuses to settle for average, like we would never settle for like an average salary, an average life, just to get a mortgage to retire at 65. Like, we knew from the get-go, like, we want more. So when we really dialed into that, like, that's when everything started to change.
Yeah. So it was essentially like both of you were really, and I feel like a lot of people that I speak with sometimes, like, they're afraid to be honest about how they feel about their current situation, but you guys were brave enough to step into your heart and be like, you know what, like, this is not what we want. So I love that. And that pain like turned into passion, and now like you're able to transfuse that into your business, getting the amazing results. So yeah, it's so inspiring to hear. And I want to hear a little bit about as well, like, because you've obviously done this business together as a duo, as a couple, what that experience has really been like. And you know, just share a little bit about how you feel like it has helped, or whatever it's been.
Honestly, I think it's helped so much, because although we are individuals as well, we also work so well together. And I think that, you know, if you being able to start a business together is probably one of the best things that you can do. You know, people say, oh, don't mix like work and pleasure, but in reality, it's been something that has been so beneficial for us, because we've always been there to support each other. And I think that business can sometimes be a lonely place. We are in network marketing, so we do always have people around us to support us, but you don't necessarily have somebody that knows you on a personal level and is there with you like 24/7. So being able to literally sit in person with Jonny and go through the same things at the same time, support each other, it's been such an incredible way for us to boost our business even faster and in a better way, I would also say. In terms of negatives, maybe just when we have conflicting opinions on things, we're both quite stubborn. So we can sometimes be like, no, I want to do this. He says, no, I want to do that. So that's been the only thing really. But I would say that overall, it's been a really massive benefit for us.
Definitely. I think it's so important to like kind of do something together, because if it was just one of us, I think one of us would have experienced a lot of growth, and you can often outgrow the other person.
Yeah.
And if, say, me, I'm constantly doing work, or if I was just constantly doing work, I think there would be a tension probably built up, because like a lot of our time is spent on the business, but since we're doing it together, it feels like we're actually doing it together and spending quality time still together in a way. So I think it was so to grow together, so that we didn't just grow as individuals, we grew as a couple.
Yeah, honestly, I don't know where we would be if it was just one of us who started a business and the other one just stayed in the lifestyle that they were in. Because, like Jonny said, we've evolved so much. I think that one of us would have got left behind. So I think that if you're in a couple that, you know, and you both have that same mindset that you both want to do something that is leveling you up in life, then why not start a business together and do it with each other's love? Because it's the best thing in the world.
Yeah, and it's also like such a powerful way to stay accountable, because there'll be days where you're not feeling up for it, or I'm not feeling up for it, and when you've got that other person who's with you, is like, no, come on, this has to be done, like, and reminding you of like the long-term vision, the goals, so it's not just down to you, because sometimes you can feel like when all the responsibilities on you, sometimes you can like ease off, but when you've got that other person holding you responsible and accountable, it's such a powerful way to stay in line.
Exactly.
Yeah, like everything that you shared there, I feel like is 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 absolutely the reason why I've wanted to make this transition to bring in more couples in, because in my organization right now, like we have an absolutely horrible track record for couples and relationships. Like it's almost a running joke where somebody comes into the business as a single solopreneur, and then they within a few months like have to break up with their partner because they've, like you said, Jonny, they've outgrown that person, and it's just no longer a fit for them, either for either side. You know, that happened for me, that happened for like, you know, 10 other guys in my organization. And I realized that if everybody would have just come in with the other person from the beginning, like things would have been a lot different. But also with the other side of it is like I've had some people who they were growing a little bit at first, and then after they grew, they felt as though they had to almost come back down to the partner's level to maintain the relationship, because that was more important than business. And to some level, maybe it is for some people. So I feel like there is that world where we can have both, and it's so beautiful that you got to experience that, and the relationship got to stay with that love. So I absolutely love it. And other than that, like, you know, with your business, it has really exploded like over the last month or so. So I want to know, like, what was the breakthrough moment? Like, what was it that really shifted? Jonny, you said in one of the chats, like it was like a money mindset thing for you. I'm curious to hear about what it was like for you as well, Mia. But what was the breakthrough moment? What was the thing that really felt like, okay, this is now going into a different world?
I think for me, it was realizing that I needed to evolve even further, because yes, we evolve when we start the business mindset that I was kind of a beginner in the business and I hadn't really achieved many results, and I guess I kind of limited myself and I wasn't going that extra mile and stepping up into a mentorship leadership position. So I started looking at the people that had the results. doing. And
I lost you there after. Yeah, I lost you after you said
Hello?
you started looking at other people's something. And you were stepping into mental.
yeah, I started looking at other people's
Got you.
traits. Yeah, start looking at other people's traits who were in this position of leadership, who had the results that we were looking for, and I realized that there was so much that I wasn't doing. So it really took me to kind of sit with myself and go, okay, I'm not stepping up as a leader. If I had a huge organization underneath me right now, I wouldn't know what to do with them. So it's kind of putting yourself in a position of leadership before you are a leader,
Yeah.
because that's going to attract to you. Because if you had all these use them, or it won't happen at all. So for me, yeah, I would say that was the main thing for me.
Love it. It was like a whole identity shift that you went through.
Yeah, exactly. And I think it helped me so much as well. And a few people, I think it wasn't as much internally, like in my mindset, it was more like my actions that I had to change, what I was doing on a day-to-day basis. And yeah, it all aligned.
Beautiful. How about for yourself, Jonny? Like, tell me a little bit more about the shift that you experienced, because you said it was like money mindset, but was there anything else as well?
Yeah, so I think like when you come into the when you come into this business, you realize like it is probably the easiest business model out there. All you've got to do is plug into the proven systems, but the hard part is getting out your own way. And for me, that was by far the hardest part. Getting out my own way, getting past limiting beliefs like the money mindset. So little things like when I'd go into the shop, I'd be saying in my head like, "Oh, that's too expensive. That's too expensive." And in reality, all I'm doing is pushing that money away and pushing that abundance away.
Yeah.
So I started to make those little changes and do what I said and take more action. Everything started to click because we're very big on the law of attraction, but what people forget to talk about after that is the law of action. So in that, everything really started to change, and just show up other every building those little wins and hit that hockey curve and spike. And I feel like that's kind of where we're at. I feel we're still at the beginning of our spike journey. So I'm very excited.
Definitely. I think another thing, I'm sure this is Einstein's quote, and it's like, if you're doing the same thing over and over again and expecting a different result, then you are insane. So for us, we were just doing the same things that we had always done in the beginning of our business without actually getting tangible results. So it was looking at what am I supposed to change in my daily routine to be able to get me those results. So I think that's super important, is if it's not working, then change it.
Yeah. And we were doing a lot of learning, but for me, I was learning, but I wasn't quite implementing. So as soon as I started actually implementing, and that's where you see the change. Because if you're just learning and you're not implementing, then it's absolutely
Are we back?
We're back.
There we are. Now we are.
Hello?
That was so yeah, I mean, this is the goal, right? Get to a point where, you know, you can go to a place where your internet connection is terrible. That's the dream.
Exactly.
But
Exactly.
with the final things I wanted to touch on is just like, you know, as you said, this is the beginning of your spike. This is the beginning of the success that we're going to see in your journey with this business. So it would be great to hear a bit more about what you see as being the future of your business, where this is going, and what's in store for the rest of the year for Jonny and Mia.
So much. Honestly, I'm so excited. We've had a few conversations about what can we do next to level up even further. And I think for us, it comes down to how we do have this organization of people who look to us for guidance, So it's just figuring out how we can be the best leaders that we can possibly be, and what can we do, maybe not necessarily differently, but to add on to like the things that we've learned. How can we push that onto other people and help them get to the next level in an even quicker time than what we have? Because we can show everybody all of our mistakes and say, okay, don't do these things, do this instead.
Yeah.
So that's
Just
kind of what we were talking about. Wasn't
definitely it? Just creating like a super duplicatable system so that we can take what just pass things down and then as you keep going down, we're just changing lives quicker and quicker. Us, we just want to change our own lives whilst changing as many other lives as possible.
Yeah, honestly, I'm so satisfied with where we're at. Like, I think that being able to achieve what our major goal was, and you know, obviously you want our end goal. Obviously, this isn't the end for keep growing, but I think that for us now, it's saying, okay,
showing that it's possible.
Yeah. I think I heard most of that, which is great. The little bit that chopped up at the end. But I did hear like the duplicatable system you guys are looking to create and really helping people to get to like your results, which is pretty quick because you did it in like less than a year to get to where you're at, from what I understand. So to even speed that up faster is so exciting. But yeah, like it just got me remembering as well, like when we were in Gran Canaria last month, was it? I think it was only a few weeks ago. We were at this event and in person, I remember having this conversation with both of you and we were talking about Japan. And, on the one side, it was like me, it was like, we're 100% going to get to this goal within this time period. You had like all the belief and conviction. And Jonny, like you had a few doubts like here and there. And yeah, I feel like it's so inspiring now that you're here in this moment, and it seems as though like some of those doubts have disappeared. But like, tell us a little bit, like what was you experiencing back then? What were some of the doubts creeping through your mind, and what really do you feel like helped with your belief in yourself or whatever it took to come to where you are now?
So I feel like when I came to the business, as I mentioned, I had so many limiting beliefs. Limited beliefs?
limiting
beliefs. So again,
limited.
like yeah. As much as I was trying to convince myself that I was past those, like I could, like obviously by mentioning that I didn't believe it was possible, clearly I wasn't past those. And after experiencing that event and listening to all the speakers, every time I was at those events, my belief went up a little bit more and a little bit more and a little bit more. And as we did more work on ourselves and within our business, your belief builds and builds and builds. And Mia instilled a lot of belief into me because everything she says comes true. And what I realized, is like the mind is so powerful. But I come from like an engineering background, and I've always been conditioned to you've got to see it to believe it. But when in reality, you've got to believe it to see it. So again, just making a shift. Like I've been conditioned for years to believe a certain way. So it was obviously going to take some time and work to get past those and open my eyes. And Mia helped me do that. The work helped me do that. The event, yeah, definitely think I'm past those beliefs because now that we're here, and I know I feel like anything's possible because I've literally achieved what my goal was, what my dream was. So who's to say I can't do anything else?
See, I've always been good at manifesting ever since I was really before I even knew that I was manifesting, because if I couldn't picture something in my mind, it never happened. But if I could picture it and I could really feel that, like actually being there, it did usually happen. There are obviously times when I say that I want something to happen and it doesn't happen, but now I've realized that it's because I wasn't quite ready for that thing to happen. So know that if I truly believe in myself and have that feeling that that goal, whatever it is that I'm going to achieve, will happen, then it usually does. So Jonny usually thinks that I'm crazy because I'll say things and he'll be like, "That's never gonna happen." And I'm like, "Yes, it is. It is," and it does. So.
So I
Yeah.
think it's gonna happen. So as I'm beside her.
Wow, I love that. And I do see like a lot of, because we have a lot of women in our community as well, and like the women tend to find it just a little bit easier to manifest and get in touch with their visions. We kind of struggle a little bit more as men. It'd be interesting to hear as well, because like, you know, Jonny obviously takes so much from you, Mia, and has in your belief instillment into him and like manifestation superpowers. But what would you say is on the reverse, where Jonny is of value to you in a certain way? I'd like to hear about that as well.
I think there are so many things. It's a long list. I think if I was going to pick one as the main thing that I take from Jonny in the business, it would probably be his like energy that you have towards things, because he's very, very passionate about things. I am passionate as well, but Jonny is especially passionate, and I have seen, especially recently, of the effort that he's put into his business, the things that he's implemented, the things that he's changed, his positivity. I would say that it was maybe more, I felt like I was having to pull him along, but now I definitely feel like he is pulling me along and giving me amazing ideas, and it's been something that has been so magical to see you grow. It's been really, really nice, because in the beginning it was hard for Jonny to be on the same kind of level as me, I would say, in terms of mindset and the work that he was putting in. But now I think that you probably have more motivation than me sometimes. So it's just, that positive energy, all the amazing like energy that you have towards your business. That's what I love from you.
That was nice to hear.
I love it.
I've never really told Jonny that, so that's a nice question to ask.
That was a lovely question.
Does it make you feel a bit better? Oh, good. Sorry, I don't tell you enough.
She just never says anything nice about you. But no, I'm kidding. But no, it's beautiful. And yeah, in the next few weeks as well, chances are we're gonna see you out in Japan. So that's gonna be awesome. And yeah, like how excited are you for that? Because I'm super excited.
I just can't believe that we're going there. Like, Japan has always kind of felt like this like faraway land that I didn't know if I'd ever go to. But now I obviously we're going, and it's just so real, and I just can't wait to see what it's all about and get to experience everything, and the food, because I love Japanese food. So I'm really, really excited.
I just can't wait to meet more people, spark new connections, have really high level conversations, because something that I used to do in business, and now it's so much invitations, because every event that we go to has just got better and better and better. So I feel like this one's going to be a good one.
Yeah, this is our first event that's on like such a huge scale, and also like a Enagic event. So I'm really excited to see everybody from Enagic that's going to be there. It's going to be incredible. So I'm super excited to see you there.
And after every event, results seem to follow. So
yeah, they do.
Again, I'm excited.
Excited for the results, excited for the food, excited for the people, the conversations. Yeah, it's gonna be something else. I'm super excited as well.
It's crazy that that's work. All those things you just said is now work.
It's something like, it's a dream come true, right? Like, it's just absolutely amazing stuff. But I just want to say thank you so much for hopping on. I really appreciate your time, and for sharing so much of this inspiration. I'm so excited to see the results that you're going to be getting even beyond this. And yeah, super happy for both of you and everything that you've been able to achieve. You definitely deserve it.
Oh, thank you so much,
Mo. It's been lovely chatting with you.
Yeah, so nice. Thank you.
All right. Well, I'll let you shoot and enjoy the rest of the day in Bali. What have you got planned?
Probably just sitting by the pool, relaxing.
Today I think we've got a bit more of a busy day tomorrow. We're actually meeting, do you know Meg Horrocks from the business girl?
Meg Horrocks.
Harriet's good friend. She's always on Harriet's stories. She's a
Mm.
yachty.
And
I'll have to. I don't know if I've met her. I don't know if I've met. She's in Gran Canaria.
she was there, yeah.
So yeah, we'll meet.
Oh, I've
So-
never actually met her before. But yeah.
Oh,
sounds
thank you so
sounds
much
great. Yeah, you're
We'll
welcome. And
because we want to share your wins with our people. So
absolutely.
we'll have to do this again, but reverse.
yeah, we'll definitely do that. We'll do a reverse one too. That'd be awesome.
Amazing.
All right, man.
Okay.
Well,
Speak to you soon.
Catch you.
peace out. We'll see you in a bit.
Bye.
Enjoy. Bye bye.